Alright, welcome back to the journey. Thank you for being a part of the journey, and don't forget to share the journey. So it's not quite a beautiful day. It's cloudy, it's windy, but I'm down here at the start of the ranch, and I'm going to show you a overview of the ideas I have for the ranch. Now, of course, things will change, plans will change, ideas will change, but I'm going to give you a rough overview. So here's my sign to the ranch right here. I've got the straps sitting there. My neighbor was using my straps to haul firewood on his snowmobile. But basically, I want to put in big posts right here at the end of the driveway and do a big sign with hours of operations and all that type of stuff for people that come to visit. And so you can see it from a farther distance. It will stand out. And I also want to do it metal. And then all this here on the side, the grass going to the fence, I'm going to be flattening all this out. So I'll have an extra wide driveway. I have 4.4 acres here of easement that was put in 1987. So from the fence over 30 feet is the easement. And I'm going to go ahead and flatten everything out so I have a nice wide driveway. And once I mark everything out, I believe I'll have enough space in that 30 feet to have it a 2-lane, cars coming in, cars going out. So that's what I'm going to work on. Of course, that's not a priority this year, but that's something that I'll be looking at doing in the future. Now, my property doesn't start till down here, and where you see the truck and the trailer at right now, this is going to be a big parking lot area that I'm going to set up. I'm actually going to be pulling some fence now that's right in front of the truck and the trailer, and bumping that back probably like 5 or 10 feet because the parking lot's not quite as big as I thought it was going to be, and so I need to excavate a little bit more to make more space, because once I have visitors for the petting zoo and come in to buy produce and everything like that, I need to make sure I have enough space for multiple people to come in, to back out, to turn around, and do all that type of stuff. So my property line is right over here. Here's one of the brass pins. I've found 3 of the brass pins. I'm not sure where the 4th one is, but I'm going to be getting on the other side of this hill is the other brass pin, and I'm going to be getting somebody to mark all the property lines. I'm going to be paying for a surveyor. And then, like I said, all this is going to be a giant parking lot. I'll bring in either rock or mulch, make it look really good. It will cut down on all this mud, and we'll be going from there. So all of this fencing here, like I say, is going to get pushed back either 5 or 10 feet, probably to the edge of that first shelter where Max is standing. And then all of this will be flattened out. It's slanted, so I want to make sure it's all level and not dropping off in one spot. And then the fence and the gates are going to get pushed back also. And I'm going to extend it into the property probably another 5 or 10 feet this way also. And that's pretty much it for this section. So let me hop the fence, and I'll be right back with you guys to go over the rest of the property. Alright, so here's the second part of the video. So like I said, this fence is coming back. It's going to come to where the shelter is. And I've already changed my mind on some plans because on the other side of the shelter, I'm actually doing another fence. And I'm going to be encasing trees because I just bought a bunch of nut trees. So I already have some new updates that aren't part of this video that I've changed my mind. I'm going to be moving stuff around from what I originally filmed in this video several days ago. But the front fence where the gates are, like I said, all that's going to get pulled back maybe 10, 15 feet, something like that. I haven't quite measured everything out yet. And then I'm thinking about putting gates right there by the goats and gates right here. But I'm not 100% sure if that's exactly what I want to do or not, because I've got different ideas, and I'm not sure with the fruit and nut trees how I'm going to be fencing, how everything's going to play in. So that's the moving of the permanent fence that I did last year. And then I'm still working on a lot of fencing. And then this shelter right here, the wooden shelter, is going to disappear. I'm going to be tearing that down. This concrete cinder block wall that I stacked and put all this rebar, I'm going to be yanking all that out, because what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get 20-foot storage units or shipping containers. I'm going to do a 20-foot here, a 20-foot there, and then eventually I'll pour 2 more pads going down and do shipping containers there. I'll cut a door on each side of the shipping container. I'll put a dividing wall between, so it will be a 10-foot by 8-foot room on each side of the shipping container. So that way, between the 4 shipping containers, I'll have a total of 8 rooms. And then I'm going to be doing a fence from the hill through the pen where the pigs are, so I can have girl pigs and baby pigs on one side and male pigs on the other. And now I'm getting behind. So that little area you just saw, I want to turn that into a big flower garden. And then let's see, let's go up here. I'll take you up to the house site and show you what I have planned for the house site. So I'm going to have fruit and nut trees going along the fence. And of course, I still got to get all that fence put in. But where the camper trailer is, I'm going to be putting a driving garage. It's not going to have front doors. It will just be a metal roof with concrete walls on the back side and the left side where Chubbs just came down. And then inside the other section from that wall, well, I'm showing you where the garage is going to be now. But from that corner, that whole big area is going to be the house. So the septic system's going to be right there. Like I said, the house is going to be in that big section. I'm going to be doing an improvised earthship type of thing. So it's going to be a concrete floor, 3 concrete walls, glass across the south-facing wall with a metal roof. Really simple. Down here, once I get all this wood moved, I want to do a horseshoe pit, ladder ball, and a couple other things. So when I have people visiting, I have different games. And cookouts, barbecues, I'll have games and fun. Here at the tree, I'm going to do 4 picnic tables, and I'm going to do slanted roofs across the picnic tables, so that way if it rains, picnic tables stay dry for the most part. And when I do classes, of course, the tables will help with classes and things like that, educational purposes, or just an area for moms to sit down while the kids are playing with animals or out checking out the property. So down here, I've got the temporary chicken area. That's going to all go away because I want everything to look clean and not just pallets and stuff like that. And I want things fireproof. So here, I'm going to dig in a little bit into the bank and do concrete cinder blocks with the metal roof, and then all the buckets facing south. So the sun is there for the chickens, keep them warm, and get everything going from there. So that's going to be that. Then over here, this is going to be the dam spillway beach area. I'm going to be flattening all this out. I want to put a fence so the animals can't go into the sand, because I don't want them pooping and peeing in the sand where I'm going to be putting my feet and relaxing on the beach. So with the spillway, I'm going to do a hydroelectric overshot water wheel dam in a few years. It won't be anytime soon. But I'll pour a concrete wall from the bottom of the pipes with 2 concrete walls going out where the wheel will sit in between. And then all this dirt will get flattened out and filled in, and then topped everything with sand. The spillway, I'll have concrete go over top the pipes. I got to do a second layer of cinder blocks and build the spillway up so everything's taken care of. And that's pretty much it here. So the pond, I'm thinking I might take a little dock out so you can run down the dock and jump into the deep end where you don't have to walk up the muddy bank. Like you saw in one of my videos, I think it was last year or year before, when I went swimming in the pond. It's cold water, but on a hot day, it'd be good to just run off the dock, jump in, cool yourself off, be done with it, and then get back to work, or just lay out on lounge chairs around the fire pits and all that I'm going to have there on the beach. So coming up here, we're probably talking several years out, but up above where you can see that cut into the bank, I want to flatten all of that out. I want to put in a 3-acre farm up there. It's going to be a agriculture bed farm. Here's an update on the pond so you guys can see how wide the pond is open with the de-icer. But it's going to be a long time before I even get to the farm. But that's going to be in the plans. That's why I said this will go on for like 50 years, and it's going to be a lot of videos by the time I'm done doing all this stuff. But all this I'm going to flatten out. I'm going to dig a trench across this driveway here because I want to pull the culvert out that's underneath, and I want to build like a 3-foot concrete bridge underneath and then fill it in with dirt. So that way more water can go through and that culvert doesn't get plugged up. And it will make all this stable. I can expand by doing concrete wall down that side, concrete wall down this side. And then I'll build nesting boxes for the ducks and geese by making little cubby holes along the wall. I'll also be able to expand the road out so the road's not so narrow and I'm worried about slipping or falling off the road with a tractor or a trailer. So that's going to be those plans. And then here in the creek bed, I'm going to be planting bamboo up along the ridge. And I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but I ordered some bamboo. I want to get this whole creek bed here all the way to the property line filled with bamboo. And just do rows and rows and rows until this is all covered in a big mesh of bamboo. Because that bamboo will feed all the animals. It grows like a weed. And a lot of people say I can't grow it up at this elevation, but we're going to find out. I'm going to do my best and see what I can do and see what I can get accomplished. Of course, I'm also all over the property. I'm going to be mulching this year. I'm going to be putting green manure mix seed down, which is field peas, hairy thatch, or hairy vetch, something like that, and ryegrass, perennial rye. So that will all grow. Hopefully, that will help feed the animals. Like I said, this all will be a 3-acre farm. And I've got a lot of stuff to clean up. And you can see I have a lot of coffee. I have a couple different coffee places holding back their coffee sacks. And I'll break that open and spread that all over the ground. That will help put in nutrients, help build compost and all that type of stuff. And then down here below where I have this flat area, I'm going to be doing a root cellar right there. And then out closer to the pond, I'm going to be doing a ice house. So those are two things I'll have to dig in. I'm going to be using cinder blocks to build the 2 rooms, do vents, all that type of stuff. So I have so many things planned. And this video only covers what I can think of at the moment. And as we move on, you'll see more and more projects, more things happening, and the excitement of this whole endeavor, this journey coming together for all of us.